All right, we're back with another market update for the month of October. I'm Paul Lapas with REMAX HALLMARK here in Toronto, and I'll be going over all the real estate data from last month, starting with sales. So sales continued at their 20-year lows for the month of October, around 4,600. We have seen sales since July in around the low 5,000 to kind of mid to high 4,000 since the second round of interest rate increases. And basically buyers have put their search on hold or pause or conservatively are holding off to see what happens with the market since the latest interest rate hikes. We're seeing, interestingly enough, though, we're seeing sold over asking, especially for detached and semi-detached in the city, still go somewhere 30 to 40% of the properties going over asking. And, I can attribute a lot of this to the buyers that are sitting on the fence. They've been looking for a while, they've held off, but if the right property comes out in that pocket, so whether it's, a certain neighborhood, a certain school district, or a certain type of house, if it hits the check boxes, it's getting motivated buyers to make offers. And so I've seen some rare cases of double-digit offers, so 10 offers in a place in Riverdale. On the West End, I saw 14 offers. And again, this is more the exception than the rule, but the houses that do seem to have what buyers are looking for are getting action. However, you can contrast that with condos that are only getting about 20% of them going over asking, and in the 905 areas, so Durham, Peel, regions, they're more in the 30% range or under 30. And that is just, there's less buyers willing to move, but if the right property comes out there at the right price, you'll see offers on it. That leads to new listings. So now new listings did come down about 6%, but that's typical for our season. So October, and as we head into the winter, we'll see new listings start to slow down. And anecdotally, as I talk to sellers, a lot of them are choosing to put their listing off until next year. Just, they know it's not a good time. They're reading the headlines, they're watching these videos, and they're saying, what, right now it's slow, I'll just hold off to next year and see what next year brings. The ones that are listed right now are typically a little bit more motivated. They don't want to wait till next year to see what happens. Even if there's improvement in the market conditions, they're ready to list now. We're seeing kind of list to sales ratios for, again, detached and semi higher, about 40%. So that means 4 to 10 of those types of properties are going, versus condos more in the 30% range and the 905 in the 30% range. So it means for every 10 new listings, 3 of them are selling. Inventory continued to climb. We hit 19,500 active listings in the GTA. That we haven't seen numbers like that for an October since 2012. So it's been quite some time since we've seen high levels of inventory like that. It's up 50% from last year. And so the biggest story difference here is that we had these type of sales last fall. So this type of market for the number of properties that are selling happened the same thing in the same way last year, all up until December of 2022. The biggest difference here is that there are more new listings and more active properties on the market this time around. And a lot of that is felt in the condo market. The condo market hit 5.5 months of inventory. We haven't seen 5.5 months of inventory for condos in over a decade and a half. And 905's been around 4 months of inventory. And in the city, for detached, semi-detached, and townhouses, we're seeing more in the 2 to 3 months of inventory range. Average price has stayed stagnant for the last 2 months. We're at $1,125,000. This is a comparable average price to the spring of 2021 or even the fall of 2022. So we've had some ups and downs throughout the last 2 years, but really we're still sitting slightly above those period times. When freeholds, the prices have typically been held flat over last month, and but the sales up 6%. We saw a little bit more activity in the freehold end, and condo activity is definitely down, with inventory climbing to about 4,800 last month. And so usually when I've seen condo inventory in the 4,800 to 5,000 range, that's usually quite a stagnant or even declining condo market. For any of your questions, always shoot me a message, send me a text. reply to the comments down here, and I'm happy to answer them and help in any way I can. So this is the market update for October, and we'll be, sharing more information every week on the market as I see it.